Welcome to my channel. What if I told you that becoming fluent in English is not about knowing thousands of words, mastering difficult grammar, or speaking like a native speaker? What if the real secret to fluency is much simpler than most people think? Many English learners spend years studying English, memorizing grammar rules, learning vocabulary lists, and watching endless lessons, but when the moment comes to speak, they still feel nervous, slow, and unsure. Their mind becomes blank, words disappear, and confidence goes down. If this has ever happened to you, then today's lesson is for you. Because in this video, we are going to talk about something almost every English learner wants deeply: fluency. And the good news is you do not need advanced English to become more fluent. You do not need perfect grammar. You do not need difficult vocabulary. You only need the right habits, daily practice, and the confidence to keep going. Real fluency is not about speaking fast or sounding perfect. Real fluency is about speaking naturally, smoothly, clearly, and comfortably. Many learners believe they cannot speak fluent English because they still make grammar mistakes, but very often grammar is not the biggest problem. One of the biggest reasons learners struggle to speak fluently is because they translate every sentence inside their head before speaking. First, they think in their own language, then they try to translate each word into English, and only after that do they speak. This process feels heavy and slow, and it creates pressure in the mind. Imagine someone asks you, "What did you do today?" And before answering, your brain starts translating everything step by step. You think in your language first, then search for English words, then check grammar, then try to speak while the other person is waiting. This creates stress, hesitation, and fear. That is why so many learners stop in the middle of sentences, use many times, or feel embarrassed while speaking. But fluent speakers do something different. They do not translate word by word. They understand and respond directly in English. For example, someone asks, "What did you do today?" And they answer, "I woke up late today, then I ate breakfast and watched YouTube." Simple, natural, smooth. The sentence is not advanced, but it flows easily. That is the real power of fluency. Fluent English does not need to be complicated. Even very simple English can sound confident and natural when it comes directly from your mind without translation. So, how do you begin? Start small. Start with your daily life. The moment you wake up, begin thinking in easy English. You can say things like, "I'm sleepy. I need water. I don't want to wake up yet. I need to brush my teeth. Today feels hot. I have a lot of work today." These are easy sentences, but they are powerful because they train your brain to think directly in English. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You may forget words. You may stop often. You may feel slow. That is completely normal. Every fluent speaker started exactly there. Nobody starts fluent. Fluency grows slowly through repetition. Like a child learning language one word at a time, you are building the same skill in English. Another important thing you must remember is this: do not fear mistakes too much. Many learners stay silent because they want perfect English before speaking, but perfection often becomes the reason they never practice enough. If you always think, "What if my grammar is wrong? What if my pronunciation is bad? What if people laugh at me?" then your mouth stays closed. And a closed mouth cannot become fluent. Fluency comes through practice, not through silence. You must train your brain and your mouth together. One powerful exercise is choosing 1 hour every day and trying to think only in English during that time. Even if your English is very basic, it still works. You can think, "I am making tea. My phone battery is low. This room is messy. I need to clean my table. I feel tired today. I need to finish my work." Small thoughts like these slowly change your brain. They help English feel more natural inside your mind. And then something amazing starts happening. You stop translating. You answer faster. You feel calmer while speaking. Your sentences come more easily. Your confidence grows. You sound smoother. And English starts feeling less like a school subject and more like part of your life. Another thing to remember is never compare yourself too much to fluent people online. Some of them have practiced for many years. Some speak English every day. Some live in English speaking countries. Your journey is different, and that is okay. You do not need huge progress in one day. Small improvement every day is enough. Even 10 minutes of real practice can make a difference over time. Fluency is not magic. Fluency is training. It grows little by little through daily habits. The more you train your mind to think in English, the less you depend on translation. The less you depend on translation, the more natural speaking becomes. Your fear becomes smaller. Your confidence becomes stronger. And one day, without even noticing when it happened, you realize something beautiful. You are no longer building every sentence word by word. You are simply speaking. And that is the beginning of real fluency. Many English learners believe fluent people speak very fast, and because of that, they try to speak fast too. But this creates one of the biggest problems in spoken English. When you speak too fast before your brain is ready, your words become unclear, your pronunciation becomes weak, you forget vocabulary, and you start making more mistakes. Then you stop in the middle of a sentence, you say, um, uh, or wait, and suddenly speaking feels stressful. This is why many beginners feel uncomfortable while speaking English. But here is something important you should always remember. Fluency is not fast speaking. Fluency is clear speaking. Fluency is calm speaking. Fluency is natural speaking. In fact, many native English speakers speak slowly and clearly because their goal is communication, not speed. Think about two learners. One speaks very fast but unclear, and the listener struggles to understand. The other speaks slower, but every word is clear, relaxed, and easy to follow. The second speaker often sounds more fluent because clarity matters more than speed. Speaking English is not a race. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force speed. You need comfort, rhythm, and control. When you speak slowly, your brain gets time to organize words naturally. Your pronunciation becomes cleaner, your breathing becomes calmer, and your confidence becomes stronger. Many learners panic during conversation. Their heart beats faster, their mind becomes blank, and they try to speak quickly because they think fast means fluent. But fast speaking usually creates more pressure. Slow speaking removes pressure. Slow speaking gives your mind space, and when your mind feels calm, words come more naturally. Pronunciation also becomes much stronger when you slow down. For example, if you say, I want to improve my English too quickly, the words may sound mixed together. But if you say it clearly and slowly, I want to improve my English, every word becomes easier to understand. This sounds stronger and more confident. One of the best exercises you can do every day is reading 5 easy English sentences aloud slowly. You can say, I enjoy listening to music. I want to become fluent in English. I usually wake up early. I like learning new things. I watched a movie yesterday. Read each sentence slowly and clearly. Focus on pronunciation, focus on breathing. Focus on saying each word comfortably. You can also record your voice while speaking. Many learners feel shy hearing their own voice at first, and that is normal. But recording yourself is powerful because it helps you notice you're speaking clearly. You hear your speed, your pronunciation, your pauses, and your confidence level. Then, little by little, you improve. Another powerful exercise is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a short sentence from an English speaker and repeating it immediately in the same rhythm and style. For example, the speaker says, Today is a beautiful day. And you repeat, Today is a beautiful day. Slowly, clearly, calmly. This trains your ears, your mouth, and your speaking rhythm at the same time. Over time, your speaking becomes smoother and more natural. Another common mistake learners make is trying to use difficult English because they think difficult words sound more fluent. But simple English spoken clearly sounds much better than difficult English spoken nervously. Communication is not about impressive vocabulary. Communication is about being understood. People care more about understanding your message than hearing complicated words. Simple English spoken confidently is powerful. Also, stop comparing your speaking speed with native speakers online. Many have years of practice. Some speak English every day for work or life. Your goal right now is not speed. Your goal is comfort. Your goal is control. Speed comes later naturally through repetition and confidence. Think of it like learning to drive. At first, you drive slowly because you are learning balance and control. Later, driving becomes natural and smooth. English speaking works the same way. Slow practice builds strong speaking. Strong speaking builds fluency, and fluency builds confidence. Another important habit for becoming fluent is using simple English every day instead of waiting until your English feels perfect. Many learners tell themselves, "First, I will learn more grammar. First, I will memorize more vocabulary. First, I will become confident, and then I will start speaking." But that is the wrong order. English improves when you use it now, not later. Fluency grows from use, not from waiting. Real progress happens when English becomes part of your daily routine. Not once a week, not only in class, not only during study time. Every day. Many daily conversations use very simple English. How was your day? I'm hungry. I'm tired. Can you help me? That sounds good. I don't understand. These are simple sentences, but they are used every day in real life. Fluent speaking is built on these kinds of everyday expressions. You can practice English while eating breakfast. This tea is hot. I want more sugar. This tastes good. You can practice while cleaning your room. My room is messy. I need to clean my desk. I should organize this. You can practice while walking outside. The weather is nice today. There are many people here. I need to buy something. These small moments are powerful practice opportunities. At first, it may feel strange speaking to yourself in English, but slowly it becomes normal. And that is exactly what you want English feeling normal inside your daily life. You do not need advanced words to begin. Use the words you already know. If you forget a word, explain it another way. Keep going. Keep speaking. Confidence grows when communication continues, even if it is not perfect. That daily use is what turns English from something you study into something you actually live. Another very important step in becoming fluent is training your mouth to actually speak English. Many learners understand much more English than they can speak. They can read articles, understand videos, follow teachers, and recognize many words. But when it is time to speak, their mouth suddenly feels frozen. The words are inside the mind, but they do not come out smoothly. This happens to so many learners, and it is completely normal. The reason is simple. Understanding English and speaking English are two different skills. Many learners spend a lot of time training their eyes through reading and their ears through listening, but very little time training their mouth. And speaking is physical. Your mouth, tongue, lips, pronunciation, rhythm, and breathing all need practice. Speaking English is like building a muscle. If you never use it, it stays weak. Imagine someone watching exercise videos every day but never moving their body. They understand fitness, but their body does not become stronger without action. English speaking works exactly the same way. Listening helps, reading helps, studying helps. But speaking out loud is what trains fluency. Your mouth needs repetition. Your pronunciation needs movement. Your voice needs practice. That is why one of the most powerful habits for fluency is speaking aloud every day, even if you are alone, even if nobody is listening, even if it feels awkward at first. Speaking aloud is real practice. Many learners feel shy doing this because they worry about their accent, pronunciation, or mistakes. They think, my English doesn't sound good yet. But that is exactly why practice matters. You do not become a better speaker by waiting, you become better by speaking. At first, your mouth may feel slow. Some sounds may feel difficult. Certain words may feel strange. That is normal because your mouth is learning new movements. Some English sounds may not even exist in your first language. So your mouth needs time and repetition to adjust, but the more you speak, the easier it becomes. Start with easy sentences. Say them clearly and confidently. I want to improve my English. Today is a good day. I feel more confident now. I enjoy learning English. I am doing my best. Speak out loud. Do not whisper. Open your mouth clearly and let the words come out naturally. Another excellent exercise is shadowing. Listen to one sentence from a video or audio and repeat it immediately. Copy the speaker's rhythm, pronunciation, stress, and emotion. For example, the speaker says, "How was your day today?" And you repeat, "How was your day today?" Then again, then again. Slowly, your mouth starts learning natural English rhythm. Your ears and your voice begin working together. This creates smoother speaking automatically over time. Recording yourself is also one of the fastest ways to improve. Many learners avoid it because hearing their own voice feels uncomfortable, but when you record yourself, you become your own teacher. You notice unclear pronunciation. You hear where you pause too much. You notice where your speed feels rushed or nervous. Then you improve one small thing at a time. Do not judge yourself harshly. The goal is progress, not perfection. Even tiny improvement matters. Repetition is also extremely important. Many learners keep searching for new lessons, new grammar, new vocabulary, but they rarely repeat old speaking practice. Repetition builds automatic speaking. If you repeat useful sentences many times, your mouth remembers them without effort. For example, "How are you?" "I don't understand." "Can you repeat that?" "I'm trying my best." "What do you mean?" "No problem." These phrases become automatic after enough repetition. And automatic speaking is a huge part of fluency. Think about singers repeating songs or athletes repeating movements every day. English speaking works the same way. Repetition creates smoothness. Repetition creates confidence. Repetition creates fluency. Another powerful secret to sounding more fluent is learning English in phrases instead of single words. Many learners memorize vocabulary lists for years. One word today, 10 words tomorrow, hundreds every month. But when they try to speak, they still struggle. Why? Because language is not built one word at a time. Real English lives inside phrases. Fluent speakers do not build every sentence from zero. They use ready-made groups of words naturally. For example, learning only the word hungry is useful, but learning "I'm hungry," "I'm really hungry," "I'm getting hungry," or "let's eat something" is much more powerful because now you have real speaking patterns ready to use. Your brain does not need to build the sentence word by word anymore. It already knows the chunk. This makes speaking faster and easier. Instead of learning random words like important, decision, or problem, try learning "that's important." "I need to make a decision." "I have a Problem," or "that's not a problem." These full phrases sound natural in conversation and are easier to remember because they are connected to real communication. Learning phrases also improves listening because you start hearing English as connected meaning instead of separate words. For example, "What are you doing?" often sounds fast in real speech, but when you already know the full phrase, your brain recognizes it immediately. Another smart method is when you learn a new word, learn how it is commonly used. If you learn busy, also learn "I'm busy right now." "I've been busy lately," and "sorry, I'm busy today." If you learn excited, also learn "I'm excited about it." "I'm really excited today." Or, "That sounds exciting." This helps you speak naturally instead of stopping to build sentences from zero. Also, try collecting phrases from real English around you, from YouTube videos, podcasts, movies, or conversations. Phrases like, "That's a good idea." "I know what you mean." "It depends." "No worries." "I'm serious," or "I'll think about it." Write them down, repeat them, use them in your own speaking. These are the building blocks of real conversation. And when your brain starts remembering useful phrases instead of isolated words, speaking becomes smoother, faster, and more natural. Slowly, you stop translating. Slowly, you stop panicking. And slowly, English starts flowing from your mouth with much less effort than before. One more powerful habit that can completely change your English fluency is listening to English every single day. Many learners want to speak better English, but they forget something very important. Good speaking begins with good listening. If your ears are not familiar with English, then speaking will always feel harder than it should. Your brain learns language through repeated exposure. The more English you hear, the more natural English begins to feel inside your mind. Think about how children learn language. Before they speak, they spend months listening. They hear voices, sounds, pronunciation, rhythm, emotion, sentence patterns, and repeated expressions every day. Slowly, their brain absorbs the language. Then, one day, words begin to come out naturally. English learners grow in the same way. Listening is not separate from speaking. Listening feeds speaking. Many beginners spend a lot of time studying grammar and vocabulary, but very little time listening to real English. Because of this, English still feels unfamiliar when they hear it, and unfamiliar language feels difficult to speak. But daily listening changes this slowly. Your ears begin recognizing common sounds. Your brain begins noticing patterns. Your memory starts storing natural phrases. And then speaking becomes easier because your brain already knows how English should sound. Many learners believe listening practice means understanding every single word, but that is not true. You do not need to understand everything to improve. At first, your goal is not perfect understanding. Your goal is familiarity. Your goal is helping your ears become comfortable with English. Maybe the first time you hear a sentence, it feels too fast. Maybe the words sound connected together. Maybe you only understand a few pieces. That is normal. Keep listening anyway. Over time, your ears adjust. Slowly, you begin recognizing words faster. Then phrases, then whole sentences, then meaning. This is how listening grows naturally. A great way to improve is by choosing easy English. Then they feel discouraged. Instead, start with simple English. Listen to easy YouTube videos, beginner podcasts, short stories, slow conversations, or clear speakers. When the English feels understandable, your confidence grows. And confidence helps learning continue. Even 15 or 20 minutes a day can create big results over time. Consistency matters more than long study sessions. You can listen while walking, cooking, cleaning, traveling, resting, or before sleeping. The goal is daily contact with English, but try not to only hear English as background sound. Practice active listening sometimes too. Pay attention to pronunciation. Notice common expressions. Listen to how the speaker connects words. Notice emotion and rhythm, then repeat what you hear. If the speaker says, "I'm really tired today," pause and say it aloud. "I'm really tired today." Copy the rhythm, copy the sound. This improves both listening and speaking together. Shadowing is especially powerful here. Listen to one short sentence, pause, and repeat it. Then continue. This exercise helps pronunciation, fluency, confidence, and speaking rhythm all at once. Another helpful trick is listening to the same audio more than once. The first time, you may only understand the main idea. The second time, you notice more vocabulary. The third time, pronunciation becomes clearer. Repetition trains your ears deeply. Another important habit is learning to understand meaning directly instead of translating every word while listening. When you hear, "How's it going?" try to understand it as a greeting instead of translating each word separately. This helps your brain think in English faster and more naturally. And remember, you do not need perfect understanding to improve. Even understanding half of what you hear is still useful practice. Your brain is learning even when it feels slow. Be patient with yourself. Progress often feels invisible in the beginning. Then one day you suddenly notice something amazing you understand more than before. You need subtitles less often. You recognize common phrases immediately. You feel less lost while listening. And when listening becomes easier, speaking becomes easier too. When you combine listening with thinking in English, speaking slowly, using simple English daily, training your mouth aloud, and learning phrases instead of single words, everything begins working together. This is how real fluency grows. Not through magic, not overnight, but through simple daily habits repeated again and again. Little by little, your English becomes part of your normal life, your fear becomes smaller, your confidence becomes stronger, your words come faster, your pronunciation becomes clearer, your speaking becomes smoother. And one day you realize English no longer feels impossible. It feels natural, it feels familiar, it feels like your own voice. And that is the goal, not perfect English, but comfortable English. Not difficult English, but natural English. So always remember this. You do not need to become perfect overnight. You do not need advanced vocabulary before you speak. You do not need perfect grammar before you begin. You only need daily practice, patience, repetition, and the courage to keep going. Even small progress matters. Every sentence you speak matters. Every minute you listen matters. Every mistake teaches you something. Every day of practice moves you forward. If you continue step by step, your English will keep growing stronger. So, never stop learning, never stop speaking, never stop listening, and never give up even when progress feels slow, because fluency is built one sentence at a time. I hope these lessons helped you understand that fluent English is possible for you. Keep practicing every day, keep believing in your progress, and keep using English with confidence. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep improving your English with us, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and continue practicing every day. Take care of yourself, keep learning, keep speaking, and I will see you in the next video.